I really need to sleep with you because I feel like I might be gay. Sierra loves TV. Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh yeah. And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. All right, let's get started with the show. Don't worry, guys. Today, we're drinking water. And in case you were wondering, I'm sure you weren't, yes, I did rip off the, what's it called? Wrapper. There we go. Anyways, let's get started. I will say that I like this mic because it's like if my daughter starts making a bunch of noise in the background, you guys can't hear it. And when she has her white noise machine on taking a nap, you can't hear that either. What I don't like though, like how the actual show sounds. I don't like that. So I don't really know. I just need a better mic. Like just in general, I need a better mic. I had one, but I didn't really like the mic that I got because it was more for like ASMR and it picked up way too much sound. So I don't know. I really want a Shure mic. Hopefully I'll have that one day. If you've not had a chance, please check out the last video that was in this installment that is in the series. Guys, I said it. I said it. Okay. There's a playlist if this is your very first video that you're watching, either of my channel or just this whole thing. I make playlists when I create a series, so you can just binge watch it as much as you like. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, and because I always talk to you guys like about what's going on with the channel, blah blah blah, I'm just trying to find a balance. I'm trying. Right now I'm currently recording. You guys will be happy to hear this. I'm currently recording a Gilmore Girls video. And you'll know which one it was because I was literally just recording it and I was wearing the shirt. So anyway, so I recorded that. I'm just trying to figure out like how to do this because it's so many shows. Do I post multiple shows in a week? Do I just finish out one season altogether? I'm using Desperate Housewives. Like I love talking about it obviously, but I'm also kind of using it to just keep videos coming out at the same time until I can figure that out. So that's what I'm doing. But the Gilmore Girls video, I want to say it should be coming out. I really should not say anything, but I really feel like it's going to come out pretty soon. I just have to edit. I have 2 episodes to edit, and I recorded for like 2 hours. So, gotta break all that down, and hopefully it'll be up soon. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
He's a good guy. I know him. I mean, he's Mike.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man. That's all that reminded me.
Honestly, we will do whatever you want us to do.
Aww, that was a good friend moment.
Mrs. Solis, please.
Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, 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 flag.
Stanley Cup Finals outside.
Well, did you?
Why don't they listen to me? And then when you give them an instruction, you just stand there. You just stand there. You don't do anything. You just stay. I'm not like I've made this very clear. I am not an advocate for beating kids or putting your like being physical with kids as far as like physically reprimanding them. Not a big fan at all. However, from what I've learned from this whole like parenting community, whatever, is that kids are nothing but sponges. So they're constantly absorbing information from their environment. And when they're being basically taught that if I don't listen, you're not going to do anything about it because you're tired, because you're this, because you're that. And I'm not saying you have to do it round the clock, but more often than not, if you give an instruction, you need to follow through or they're not going to listen in the future. If they know that every time they don't listen to you, you're going to come right behind them and force them to take time out of their day and stop whatever they're doing and make them do it, I feel like they're more likely to listen to you. Little things like this, I feel like, are pointing to why the kids are the way they are to a certain degree. It could be some other stuff going on, like some behavioral disorders and things like that also at play. But I feel like we keep seeing moments like this where they give out an instruction, like they just make empty threats basically all day. And the kids have learned they don't have to listen to that. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose. Like Desperate Housewives, the writers, I don't know if they're like purposely trying to show us that this is why they are the way they are, but I feel like it's a great example.
Right to remain silent.
I thought this was gonna be a dream sequence.
Insulting attorney.
I thought it was gonna be like, it was just all in Susan's head and this really wasn't happening. That's why I was like, I just kept thinking like, is she dreaming? And obviously she wasn't.
11? Mom, it's not even a school night.
This is cracking me up because when I was a teenager, I didn't even have a curfew. I couldn't even go out. So like, it wasn't even like, like it wasn't even, there was no such thing as a curfew. Like I think I got a curfew once I turned probably, I want to say 17. Honestly, don't even remember. And then even once I was 18, I don't remember my curfew going past 10. It's just different. I guess, you know, when you're raised by different people, it's just different.
A curfew isn't
I would have been so happy with an 11 p.m. curfew, I just want to say.
going to do any good.
If you get Lisa pregnant, you will marry her.
And this is what I mean. I think I made a post on my community tab around the time I was watching this, where it's like, Brie is gorgeous. And not to say, please don't twist my words. I don't think that because someone is gorgeous, it means that they're not capable of doing certain things that are morally incorrect or that is like a pass for them. I don't think any of that. So that's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am saying is that Brie, I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe honestly, it's really not. I guess it's not that shocking that her way of living, her way of thinking would be different in this way. Like, I love Brie and who she evolves into, and she's hilarious to me and all those things, but like her political views, like stuff like this, it's like that's where we start, like we're in two completely different time zones, seems like.
Mom, trust me, this is very funny.
And I know why it's funny.
Because the condom wasn't mine.
I just have never understood why this is a big deal.
Danya, you are president of the Abstinence Club.
I wasn't planning on running for a second term.
Who are you?
It's just sex.
It really is. And I saw a post recently on Twitter that was like,
You really are the last person to ever give anyone advice about sex and happiness.
she kind of chewed. I can't lie. She kind of chewed. Whew. So I am now 18 minutes into the episode, and I just realized this whole time I haven't been recording. I have got to stop pressing the pause button. I've got to stop doing that. Every time I do that, then this happens. The point that I was making originally is that I saw somebody post on Twitter once. They were like basically just saying that the only way for you to really know how much sex is really not a big deal is once you have it. And that's the truest thing. Like, honestly, I kind of already knew that, but the people around me kept saying like, no, when you have it, you'll be emotional, you'll be attached and all that stuff. And I just was like, I had a feeling it wasn't that serious. And then once I had it, I was like, yeah, I was right. It wasn't that serious. I don't feel emotionally attached. I don't feel bound to the person that I like did it. I don't have anything. It was fun, but that's about it. Like, I don't know. So the guy that was harassing Gabrielle earlier, he ends up stopping by and he offers to Carlos this time to mow the lawn for free because he's secretly just trying to sleep with Gabrielle. He thinks that's part of the package. But as I said earlier, I said this, I thought I was recording and I said this, but like, again, just to go back one more time, this is one of my grievances with the fact that she slept with a minor, because it's like, you put yourself in this situation. John was not mature enough to handle the type of situation that y'all were in. And of course, he's gonna go tell someone. I just feel like, Gabrielle, as I've said before, why couldn't you have picked anybody else? You could have picked nobody else. The guy that got the position that Tom wanted, he ends up passing out at the game. And as I said before, I hate when I do that. I hate when I think I'm recording and I'm not. But anyway, basically Tom is next. He's next for the position, not to fall out. A detective comes by to talk to Susan and Julie about Mike and this whole Martha Hooper situation because he's currently, I think you call it, detained. Susan ends up remembering that the night they're asking him, the night that they think Mrs. Hooper was killed is the same night that Mike and Susan were together and they slept together for the first time, which is what Susan reveals to the detective, and then that gives Mike an alibi, so he gets released. The only thing that gets me about this, though, is that even though he has an alibi for this situation, it still does not clear him of the fact that he lied about his gunshot wound, and there was something else, but I forgot. It doesn't clear Mike's name completely. That's my point. And Susan, I'm gonna need you to stay focused. So now the kid who's mowing the lawn, that's the friend of John, he is blackmailing Gabrielle, saying that she basically has to sleep with him at least once so that he won't tell Carlos about the affair. When I saw this part and I was trying to record for this video, I literally was like, watch, she's finna walk up to him and be like, I'm the one that got the alibi. And then that's literally the first thing she said after I stopped. Like after I went and resumed the video.
Hello, John. I'm sorry to drop by on you.
Bree shows up to John's place and she's asking him, I'm just trying to catch you guys up to speed because I just hate when I do that. I hate when I think I'm recording and I'm not, and then I don't like to fake it. Like I like all my reactions and my opinions and everything to be just as fresh as when I first thought it and all that. I just don't like it. But anyway, so that's why this is going by so quickly. Bree shows up to ask John not to sleep with her daughter, but I just never understand when parents do stuff like this. Like when they try to block you off from like one person, or like when they want one person out of the way, but the problem or the issue that they're having is with the person at the source. It's kind of like her focus should be more on her daughter. But even then, I just feel like she's gonna do it. Like if she's that Desperate Housewives, if she's that desperate to do it, she's gonna do it. So if anything, if it was me, my conversation would be surrounding her, like being safe and making smart choices, as smart as she can be. Because I feel like at 15, 16 years old, your first person that you pick to sleep with, it's not going to be the smartest decision. It's not going to be the smartest choice because it's just not, because you're thinking off of hormones and this energy and whatever. Like you're not thinking logically. So the best thing you can try to do is to make sure that whoever they sleep with, it's not going to permanently alter their life and result in a pregnancy or an STD. Do you know what a slap to the face that is? I feel like the fact that Lynette is clearly voicing that she doesn't have help, that she needs help, that she's overwhelmed. She just said he's barely there, as I've even said. And it's like for him to just hit her with, I'm going to take the job. It's just almost like he's saying, my career is more important than yours. I don't care. I don't care what you've sacrificed. I don't care that you've been out of work. I don't care that you clearly have a passion for the workforce. I don't care. I don't care about your needs. I don't care about you. And tough tentacles. Deal with the kids. That's your role. That's how it is. It's how it's going to go. That is evil. And I don't care if that's like seemingly overdramatic. I don't care. That is terrible. That is terrible to treat your partner. Like then you want to come in and act like you have a say so. No, you're making decisions and you're not even thinking about how what you're doing is affecting her. It's just Tom is just centered around his world. He thinks it's Tom's world. He can do whatever he wants to do, and to hell with Lynette. And that's not fair because she's giving up her wants. She's sacrificing her needs to give him the life that he wants. He's the one that kept wanting more and more kids. And even if it doesn't matter. It's like when you make these decisions, when you have a kid with someone, you have made that decision with that person. With that person. It's no longer about just you. And if you want it to keep being about just you, you better wrap it up. Fuck you, Tom. Like not even kidding. Just fuck you, man.
There's someone else.
Are you going steady?
Going steady. I love Bree.
I really needed to sleep with you.
Why?
Because I think I might be gay.
Now he about to cry. Boy, don't you know that's good news? That's an insane thing, though. Like, hold on. Let's go back. That's insane. I really need to sleep with you because I feel like I might be gay. Boy, you better cheer. Lynette goes up to Tom's job and she ends up manipulating the boss's wife by telling her about how much he'll be missing out on his family life at home due to accepting the position. And of course, she's probably gonna whisper in his ear and try to stop this whole thing from happening.
Definitely gay.
Okay then.
Mike wouldn't kill anybody. I'm sure of that.
I don't like how this cop keeps standing in the other room and like tapping his badge and like, I don't know why it's like low-key pissing me off. Like, dude, what is your purpose? What are you doing?
Mike Delfino, convicted 1987.
said, "Oh, you think you know Mike?" Well, let me show you Mike.
For drug trafficking and manslaughter.
When you have to go out and reconnect with nature. What the hell was that? Oh, they cleaned him up good. Look at those photos. He went from looking like that. They helped that styling team. They helping him because in those photos he definitely looked like he could be doing the stuff that they say he did.
You want a coffee? I'm gonna go for coffee.
What, a coffee? I don't know how much espresso is gonna fix this. Look at her face. Ever since that song Espresso came out with Sabrina Carpenter, like sometimes I remix it when something negative happens. I be like, isn't that sweet depresso? And that's how I'm sure she's feeling right now. I'm gonna tap that badge one more time. God, we get it. You're a cop. Shit. All jokes, guys. All jokes.
So is she covering for her guy? No, she's just a sucker.
That is terrible. Nah, she's just a sucker. Like how her hair is low-key like a variation of Bree's hair. Is that on purpose? I don't know. I know they put a lot of thought. It's hard to tell what's intentional and what's just like a coinky dink and you're like reading a little too deep into it. But yeah.
I'd take care of him if I wanted to. I know where my mom kept her gun.
Yeah. Run, Julie, run. Run, Julie, run. And you know what's crazy? I think I was a bit of a Julie in high school. Sometimes at certain points, I hung out with certain kids that maybe I shouldn't have been. And it just was because, like, when you're a person who's kind of used to taking care of other people, or like you're used to that energy, it's like you find yourself around people that are needing someone to kind of take care of them. And you just kind of make poor choices when it comes to your friends. And I think that's a great thing to talk about with the parentification of Julie Meyer, of how like this not only affects her relationship with her mom, but how she picks friends in her life.
That's not funny, Zach. Are you okay?
Like, look at her. Julie is the caretaker friend. She is the therapist friend. She's the friend that's gonna drive her friends home drunk from the party and make sure they get home safe. That's the kind of girl she is, which is a good quality to a certain degree, but it's also kind of harmful for her. Yeah, when you make jokes about shooting people, even though yes, he was being a jerk, but like for you to sit there and make a joke about how you'd kill him and just the way you said, I know where my mother's gun is, like, run. That is a clear red flag. Run. And I get why she feels bad. She feels bad because obviously you don't want to lie to your partner and you don't want to like go behind their back. But Tom couldn't see that he's destroying his marriage. He couldn't see that he's like what the effects of what he's doing. And he didn't care about her. Like, I get it, but he didn't care about what it was doing to her. So why should she care about... I just feel like this marriage is in the toilet. Like, it's in the toilet now. It's not later on in the seasons. It's now. It's in the toilet because they're not on the same page. And Tom doesn't know how to compromise with her or give her what she needs.
God, Susan, do you trust me? Yes, of course I do. Oh, I'm such an idiot. And you're such a liar.
I'm not gay.
I'm sorry. Fine.
It's good. Did you see? No.
And Gabrielle finally accept the fact that, you know, they don't have the money right now and that they need to probably move somewhere where they can actually afford the bills. And Susan finds Bree's son, whose name I cannot remember right now. I don't know why. But she finds him with the guy that tried to blackmail Gabrielle in the pool together, naked.
Let's talk about what's going to make you happy.
So that wraps up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.